Good morning, dear students. Today's date is 16 September 2025, and here we begin our session with the news, with today's news, and the headlines are here of the Indian Express. Okay, so let's begin our session. So, the first page is here, and we will discuss each and every topic in detail, but mainly we focus on editorial page and the economy page, and I will try to explain each news in detail. Okay, so let's begin. Interim order by CJ Gawai and Justice Masih. Who is the Chief Justice of India? Anyone know the name of him? He is newly appointed. Before him, the CJ was CGI Chief Justice of India was Chandrachud. I think yes, the title was Chandrachud. I can't remember him name, but the name was I think S Chandrachud. And today's name and the name of current Chief Justice of India is B.R. Gawai. He is newly appointed Chief Justice of India, and let's read this news. No stay on walk law, but SC puts in guardrail, limits DC's power, caps non-Muslim presence, uphold deletion of work by user, says non-arbitrary if legislature finds misuse. First, after Trump imposed 50% tariff, US negotiators in Delhi for trade talks. Commerce says positive frame of mind over trade talks in both countries. This is a relevant news. So if anyone who want the detailed explanation of this news, then please go to page number 2. There you will definitely get the detailed explanation of that news. I am present here to read the headlines of the newspaper because this session will too long if I explain detail in each news. That's why the main motto of mine is that to explain the editorial and the economy news in detail. Okay, so if instead of that, if I say any news that is relevant in context of UPSC, UPPSC, RBI, SSC, I will definitely describe that news in detail. Okay, so let's read about this. Validation or relief allows our work to speak for itself, said Vantara. Vantara is situated in Gujarat's Jamnagar. It's Reliance Foundation's Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation Center. Okay, so there's something happened there. I think some type of issues was there. So there is a commission issued by them in Vantara to check there. But from yesterday's news, I can conclude that everything is well in there, and it's the order of Supreme Court that everything is fine there. So let's move on to the another topic. So the another news is tariff impact. Andhra pegs to shrimp export losses at rupees 25,000 crore. It's too much, it's a high amount. US President Donald Trump estimates to have cost Andhra Pradesh approximately rupees 25,000 crore in shrimp export with government officials saying that about 50% order were cancelled with nearly rupees 600 crore in tariff burden. Now, failing of about 2,000 containers, Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu has sought the centre's intervention to alleviate the distress that the export crisis has caused in the state. Oh, this is the export crisis due to the tax in Andhra Pradesh, and the CM of the Andhra Pradesh is and Chandrababu Naidu. Everyone remember her name? His name, sorry. So US tariff touched 59.72% after Trump announced 25% additional tariff over the above 25% announced earlier, as well as 5.76% countervailing duty and 3.96% anti-dumping duty. Everyone should have to read this detailed news in page number 2 because it's a very important news in context of our economy also. Okay. Nearly 45% of quality control order issued in 3 years. MSME, micro, small, medium enterprises complained. IRS officer wife posted at Supreme Court told to explain hotel on their land in Panna. Sorry. Driving along NH2 buffer zones. Manipur's long road to peace. This is the second page where you get detailed explanation of the first page. So everyone please read it from here. If anyone who want the PDF, I will definitely provide. Then before providing the PDF, then any student can ask me to send me the PDF. After that I will send. Otherwise I will not going to send you. So let's move on to another topic. Recent studies flags losses in detail of carving, sandstone flaking, black crust, red fort faces bond of pollution. Capital saw dip in sex ratio birth rate in 2024 government report. This is the report. How decline in birth rate, how rise in death rate. This is the report. In 2023, the number is 14.66, and in 2024, the number is 14, and the death rate rise from 6% to 6.37. Decline in sex ratio at birth. Female per 1,000 male 922, 920. This is the decline. Oh. The annual report mainly says that there is decline in the sex ratio, in the birth rate, death rate. I'm not saying that death rate is declining, the rise in death rate. The situation is very worst. Government should have to take some action regarding this because there should be an stability in the economy so everyone can able to know everything. That the annual report of registration of birth and death is report released by the Directorate of Economics and Statistics and the Office of Chief Registrar Birth and Death of the Delhi Government 2024. Mainly this scenario is worst, and in upcoming years if there is no action will take in upcoming year the scenario is getting more worst. So government should have to take some initiative regarding this or have to take some step on this concern. Okay, let's move on to the another topic. It's mainly report, and report is much necessary in context of any exam, where mainly about the ESI paper, and which is in phase 2 of RBI grade B. So this is main and it's relevant. Recent study flags loss in detail of carving, sandstone flaking, black crust. Red Fort faces burn of pollution. We already know that there is a high rise in pollution in Delhi, and due to the rise of pollution, it's mainly about the Red Fort. Even the lifespan of people of Delhi are getting washed. Lifespan is getting decreased there. That is the worst condition there. And there, the impact of air pollution on UNESCO World Heritage Site, monumental built in 17th century. Even in this is the detail about the infrastructure and architect of formation of Red Fort or any monument. But instead of this, even each and every place of Delhi are getting worst due to air pollution. The air quality index of Delhi is getting worse day by day. The lifespan is decreasing. Okay, so what's in this? That India's Department of Science and Technology and Italy's Ministry of Foreign Affairs was connected by scientists from IIT Roorkee, IIT Kanpur, CA Foscari University of Venice, and Archaeological Survey of India. What mainly say that? They mainly said with their collaboration, they mainly conclude that the quality of air is getting worse in Delhi. This is the main funda of this. So, want to detail explanation? Then please read this. And in this passage, it's mainly written that from 2021 to 2023, what's the condition of air and what type of harmful gases are present there. These all things are written there. So in context of knowledge, it is very relevant. So read it in detail. Okay, let's move on to the other topic. Black foal, smelling water. Residents across 3 societies in Dwarka fall sick. In before we read about before reading this, we already read about the air quality is getting worse, and after that we read that water quality is getting worse in Dwarka. Mainly the environment, the minerals that are presenting in environment, they are getting depleted, they are getting deteriorating because of their scarcity, and uses are maximum and resources are minimum. So everyone should have to use in limited way. So they can sustain it for our future generation also. If we are if in any places of India, like in Jharkhand or in UP, Bihar, there is a huge water, fresh water, and due to that fresh water, everyone is just wasting that drinking water. They are not saving that water. They are wasting in just they are misusing that water. Okay, but in some places like Rajasthan or different places where there is not available of clean and pure fresh water, at that place they suffer just because of a single glass of water. So people have to understand how to sustain, how to make the resources that are present for us, for human being, they have to be sustained for our future generation. It doesn't mean that if you have, then you can able to misuse it, you can uselessly use. That's not the point. The point is different. That's why in class 7, 8, 6, in each and every class, every student, every child read about sustainable development. Why there is need to read? Because Indians don't know. People don't know how to save. If you have a lot, you waste a lot. If you have little, you save a lot. This is the funda of Indians. And on this strategy, you are unable to survive on this earth. Okay. So save water, save life, save soil, save tree. Every type of campaign is these are the initiative scheme is running by government for whom? It's only the people of for the people of India, mainly about India because we are Indians, so I mainly talk about India. So the people of India and they don't know the necessity of the thing that they have. That's why these are the initiative are launched by our government to make the normal public aware, and you should have to be aware Indians. That's the motto. Let's move on to the another slide because from one person we can't change the whole nation, but from one person we can change the mindset of 10%. Okay, let's move on to the another slide. Senior finance ministry officially killed in road crash. Woman driving BMW arrested tried to tamper with evidence. Navjot Singh, his wife, riding a motorcycle while when a BMW left hit them on Sunday. Oh, very bad news. Me have forgiven if my son was taken to nearby hospital. That's sad news. Haryana gives in principal nod of handover of ITO barrage. Okay, what awaits passenger when revamped T2 resumes? Oops. Man escapes after jailbreak in Nepal, held in murder case. DMRC to soon hand over rapid metro. Oops in Gurgaon. As DDA pays rent, families vacate flat. Let's move on to the another slide. And the slide name is Government and Politics. Let's read the relevant news headlines. Not the news. Publication of final rules. No issues will intervene if illegality found in SIR, said by Supreme Court. SIR, self-intensive revision. My health is not well. That's why my sound is just changing. Sorry. Opens Purnia Airport launch 40,000 crore project. Demographic crisis RJD and Congress shielding infiltrator, said PM Modi. Rahul stopped at border village in Punjab for security reason. Book Bihar minister over assault on journalist Tejashwi. This is in contest of election. Party contested 70 seats, won 19 in 2020. He said it doesn't expect only bad seats in Mahagathbandhan Math. Congress seeks 70 seats in Bihar. Of these, 27 are good, but it's yardstick. Supreme Court should take call on entire Walk Act. BJP hell bent on ensuring system collapse. This is said by Asauddin Owaisi, okay, in the interview of Indian Express. WAC ruling, both government opposition claim win. Supreme Court order reaffirms importance of WAC reform, says Rizu. Okay. Fertilizer shortage sparks clashes in Madhya Pradesh distribution center. Sasikala seeks ADMK unity before vote. EPS unmoved. PMK feud and the invisible hands. The Mrs. Ramadoses. Goa officer gets flower and drums. Welcome. Served through cow's notice. Let's move on to the another slide. And this is also about the same page. This is the detail about the first page, about the Vantara. Women empowerment imperative, an economic necessity, says Birla. This is important news, so I highlight all the news. Oh, this will also get highlighted. This is important. Okay. Om Birla, and he is the speaker of Lok Sabha, and he says that women empower is important, essential for economic necessity. Okay. This is the Express Network. Supreme Court moves control room to independently monitor CCTV in police station. Okay. Finally, we are here in editorial page. Word of the day. The end of law is not to abolish or restrain, but to preserve and enlarge freedom. Okay, this is a thought by John Locke. So the first topic is policing charity. Supreme Court interim order offers no relief from problematic provision of WAC law. Faizan Mustafa is the writer, author of this topic, and he will explain their own idea on WAC bill, WAC law. Okay, so what he says? Where is the highlighter? Here is the highlighter. Work is the most direct expression of Islamic philanthropy. Quran does not use expressive work. Okay. The Prophet created 7 works. Work of Date Palm Garden. The Work Amendment Act 2025 that tried to regulate such philanthropy invited controversy and was challenged in the Supreme Court. This is about the walk, how Supreme Court reacted on it. Okay. So, I'm sorry. On Monday, the court gave an interim order response to the petition at 128 pages. The order is usually long. Interim order should ideally be brief as the argument on the merit of the case have yet to be heard. Challenges most provisional, so victory largely unwarranted. No laws stayed in entirely because Constitution Article 13 Section 2 clearly says that the only provision contravene fundamental right. CGI BR Gawai Justice AG Masih bench did exactly this is the interim order and stayed a few provisions on that act. So the court temporarily stayed section 3R of the act till rule to determine who is practicing Muslim for 5 years are framed. The sections of the interim order is problematic. It gives executive official power to adjudicate the religiosity of citizen. As we are going to a moral policy, the section uses professing Islam, where Gawai use the expression practicing Islam gives state officials a sense of religious rectitude on the performance or non-performance of religious duty. In other words, he want to say that a Muslim who prays just once a week on Friday or does not keep fast or lies or takes bank interest or does not pay zakat may not be certified as practicing Muslim Islam. Should a modern liberal and secular state be allowed to classify good Muslim and bad Muslim? The court's justification that petitioner have themselves argued the work is unique to Islam is not a convincing reason to justify the exclusion. This is the reason because the argument is the contest concept of noble to Islam where the owner loses control over his own property. This is the reason. Okay. So in this we generally call about the walk bill and how it introduced. Okay, this is the main point and how walk affect the Muslim communities, how practicing, how government, a Supreme Court make amendments, making laws in the walk, in context of walk or bill. So this is the news. This is the main line. Everyone should have to read it. That even Jains, Buddhists, and Sikhs who are Hindus as per Article 25 of the Constitution are not allowed to become members of some Hindu endowment board because they change their religion. They are not Hindus, Buddhists from their birth. So they are not allowed to be the member of Hindu endowment board. That's the reason. And this is mainly the good reason of Supreme Court. There is nothing wrong about it. Okay, so let's move on to this is also about work law. A welcome pause. Supreme Court interim ruling on work law checks executive sweeping powers on Muslim charitable bodies, affirms due process A call to reason. Israel should heed message on UN General Assembly resolution on two-state solution. It cannot have security by force alone. Different ball game. Asia Cup no handshake moment shows India is redrawing lines of sportsmanship. This is the highlight of this whole passage. That sport is now business. Okay, sports is business now because players are not playing to win. Players are playing for passion, for being famous, for being known in public, get finance. These are the reason of being a player or being a sports person. This is said by the author. Okay, so this whole passage and the idea of this whole passage is this. This is the idea page. This is the Express Network. CBSE scrap additional subject options for private students from 2026. Until this year, private candidates have had the options of taking class 12 board exam in an additional subject. This means that for the 2 years after the students have cleared class 12th board exam, should they should have to take exam in additional subject. Student would opt for an additional subject mainly to diversify career option. So this is the main objective of additional subject from next year, not from this year. This is upcoming law by CBSE. So this is the relevant news in context of 10th and 12th student. So we read it because every student is watching, and it's our duty to explain each relevant news. So we read it. The CBSE has done away with the options of allowing private candidates to take an exam in additional subject from 2026 in a move that students said that they should have been informed about earlier in this year. Private candidates are those who take CBSE board exam when they are not enrolled in a school. A senior CBSE official said the options of taking an additional subject as a private candidate has been removed since board is not only about appearing for exam but also about schooling. Okay, the need for a change was also felt since marks for internal assessment cannot be assigned when the additional subject options was offered, the official said, adding that student can still appear for such exam in National Institute of Opening a School where there's written about the additional subject through CBSE and iOS. Okay, so from next year it will be clear that everyone will get their additional subject for enhancement their career opportunities. Okay, PM calls for self-reliance, greater synergy to push defense reform. Tension over board in Kanpur locality, FIR lodged against 24. I already told that we always hear three words either in any newspaper, either it's Indian Express, either it's Any newspaper, Times of India, The Hindu, any newspaper, the main thing we heard is the word rape. And India is most in topmost country in case of crime, or mainly the rape, the crime like rape. Because the law made against it is just irrelevant. Rubio urged Qatar to continue with talks role as Israel better Gaza City. This is the economy page. Oh, gold rate is get diminished. Nice. Sometimes it diminished, sometimes it increased, but from December it touches approx 2 lakhs, according to my opinion. As per not only about my opinion, as per tariff, as per the informations. Let's read it. This is the important page. We should keep AI under our reins for the common good, says Nirmala Sitaraman, Finance Minister. Nirmala Sitaraman, Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, Suman Berry, and Electronics and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav in New Delhi on Monday. They all are going to explain about how AI should be useful or how it deteriorate our youth. This is the main fun of this topic, okay? So AI, artificial intelligence, should be kept under our reins for the common good, and with the technology rapidly evolving, regulations should also keep equal pace. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaraman said on Monday. Her remarks at Niti Aayog event came after Union Electronic and Information Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnav noted that India's approach to technology leans towards innovation than regulation. Okay, India is a country which understands the implication of good that comes our way, although a good news never unmitigate. Okay, where Sitaraman said that the launch of report by Niti Frontier Tech Hub on using AI to make India a developed economy. This is the main use of AI to make India a developed economy, but sometimes people are misusing it. But if we control AI, then that's good. But when we are controlled by AI, then that's bad. These two lines are very relevant, okay, according to this passage. So we do not have to control by AI, we have to control them. Okay, and how we can control? We can use them just for relevant purpose, just for useful purpose. Otherwise, we do not use them. Okay, this is the main fund of this passage. Unemployment rate falls, female youth joblessness up in August. It's a good news. Where unemployment is just deteriorating. That's good news. As per PLF's data release, Minister of Statistics Program and Implementation, on Monday, the unemployment rate of urban females rises to 25%, more than 10%, higher than figure of younger. Its unemployment is rising or decreasing? Oh, unemployment rate is rising according to this passage. Oh, means in female the rate is increasing and in males the rate is decreasing. This is the main data in this country. And this is about gender equality. It's not good data. It's not good because data is released by some organization. The name is written here. But it's not good sign. There should be gender equality between females and males. So there should be equality even in jobs, even in every field. So that's not good. But there should be decrease in unemployment. That's good news, either in any case, according to my opinion. Okay, Information Technology Department extend return filing deadline by 1 day after complaining of portal glitches. Okay, amid GCC income tax, I think Information Technology Services overlap concerns how industry is pushing for global center. Hospital industry body seeks restoration of basic cashless care by Star Health Insurance. This is the end of our relevant news headlines. So we end our session with this news. So if anyone who really like my video, then please like, share, and subscribe, and a single comment. Thank you. We will meet next day. Okay, bye bye.